live. I'm excited to be back on the show.
It's been a minute, huh?
It's definitely been a minute, but give it a minute to start up here. I know we've had the viewers waiting for a couple minutes now,
Yeah.
but welcome back to the Standing on Business podcast.
Let's go.
Day 119. We are only a day away from 120, where we originally set our goals for self-improvement, personal and professional. We are working on writing these down, setting metrics for ourselves. We started December 1st. That's why we're ending now on March 28th.
28th.
Yep, we're going to be, really just doubling down on the metrics that we set for ourselves. So the challenge was to track our metrics, set goals, make a plan, and track the metrics that brought us to those goals. So we wanted to see what we can really do, what we can really improve on, and
basically with a goal in mind, right? Like a not so generalized goal. It's easy to say you're gonna go to the gym, but it's more difficult to say I'm gonna go to the gym 5 days a week for 60 days. That's more of a specific goal, and I feel like that's where you get better results. Is the more specific a goal can be, is the better results I feel like you will obtain from that said goal.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think the tracking of them has really made me conscious of where I am in those goals, holding me accountable, so that way I don't lose sight of. Yeah, I set goals last week, but I don't remember what they are because because I'm not holding myself accountable. I'm not journaling about them every day. I'm not.
Yeah. But it's like, so us as human beings, we suck. I suck. Let me just start there. Let me not generalize all of us. I suck. I found myself doing that, dude. I would be setting goals for bettering myself and then find myself forgetting them a week later, Yeah. And so a lot of things to reflect on during this last 120 days, that a lot of good, but a lot of things not so good as well that I done personally that I'm trying to really double down on, right? So
that's been the biggest point of this whole challenge,
right?
Because we wanted to start this 120 challenge, and now we're documenting it. It's making us that much more powerful.
Yeah.
What did 120 days look like? Can you recap a little bit for us?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, let me pull up my notes really quick. Is that a dog barking?
Yeah, this dog is tripping.
1 second, guys. We got a wild Roxy on the loose.
This guy's just trying to protect the neighborhood, but he's kind of ruining the podcast right now.
Right.
Sorry about that, you guys. The studio's actually in my loft at home. I think it's the best way to start. So.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So I guess you asked
what did 120 days ago look like for us?
Yeah.
For you.
Oh man, just to summarize it in one word, I was frail. I was weak. I was my mind, my strength, my mind power, all of everything. I was just a lot weaker.
Yeah.
I feel like I've gained a lot of mental strength, physical strength, and just tools that are really going to accompany through the rest of my life. Just within this first 120 days, I've developed certain tools. But let's talk about what the 120 days look like. Is that what you were asking?
What did it look like for you 120 days ago? And what's obviously there's been a lot of changes. I mean, for me, I definitely was afraid of challenges. I definitely was afraid of the truth, the fact that maybe I wasn't trying my best, I wasn't giving it my all.
Yeah.
Maybe I was choosing the easy route a little too often, choosing the cop out. I don't necessarily. I'm not sinking in life, so I can have a drink 7 days a week. I didn't think about it as an issue, but I mean that in itself, saying that you're drinking 7 days a week is
an issue.
Is an issue that I didn't want. I would have never admitted it to myself before.
Right.
And there's so many challenges that we took on.
Right. So you're right. It's very easy to be your own worst enemy and to justify these things, like to just be so nothing's going wrong, so why do I need to change? Like, everything's going right. My bills are paid. I'm going to work. I'm doing what I need to be doing. What's wrong with just chilling and doing exactly what I'm continuously doing every day? Drinking a beer, eating Jack in the Box, whatever. It's like, that's where growth happens, is when you remove those things. You're like, no, instead of drinking the beer, I'm going to drink a kombucha every day. And, and it's like, all of a sudden, not only are you not foggy from the beer and not hungover from drinking alcohol, you're more healthy from probiotic choices and having a better gut health. And it's just like...
But I was talking about this earlier, when we had this conversation earlier today. Mm-hmm. You also want to give up the booze or mm-hmm. stop smoking... or start working a little bit harder because you want something in the end. The end result, the end goal you have to want your goal in that to quit something has to align with your purpose.
That's true, yeah.
And so if your goal isn't to be a millionaire and excel in your job, and you are okay with just certain things, then I mean, not everybody has the same goals, so it is okay to just sit, not really think too much about how you're not giving up certain vices or certain bad habits.
Or how it's not a problem.
And how it's not a problem.
Yeah.
It's not that it's not a problem. It's just that the way everything is fine for a particular scenario or situation.
Yeah, and that's the whole point, is like you're comfortable. Like you're comfortable living in the lifestyle that you're living now, so that's the point of it, is choosing any little thing that I can do outside of my comfort zone, because that's where growth happens. It may not add up to your life goal. It may not, like for instance, I have a goal of learning how to do a handstand push-up. That doesn't directly translate to me making more money, like, or me having a better job, or like it doesn't translate to my direct life goal, but it's going to help. Like the discipline is going to take to set aside time every day to practice a handstand, and like just I see benefit in it.
It's because you have that goal. Like I also have the goal to improve in my life, to be a more well-rounded person, to have a better vocabulary, to communicate better, and convey my message through my words a lot better.
Right.
Because I want that. Some people may think, I don't want to communicate with anybody else. I don't want to have to tell a message or anything like that. I don't care about those things.
That's true.
It's with your purpose, what aligns with your reason or your rhyme. So
what motivates me, what fuels my...
Yeah, so we, us taking on... So me taking on this 120-day challenge, us taking on this 120-day challenge has been very important for us, because we do want the self-improvement.
Yes.
And we want to challenge you guys to join us in our self-improvement challenge. We're going to talk a little bit more about that, but I still want to talk about the crazy challenges that we did take on in the last 120 days.
Yeah.
And let's start with the, first things first, me and Jake, we knew we're gamblers, smokers, drinkers, and womenizers.
Yeah.
Which one of those were we going to get rid of first? So we went ahead and told ourselves, no romantic outreach.
Yeah.
No talking to women in a way that's looking for relationship, romanticism, sex, whatever it has to be. We just decided to give that up for 21 days.
Yeah.
I think it really helped me redirect my priorities and my own discipline, because now I'm not looking for, that girl's pretty, maybe she would make the next best candidate.
Yeah.
That girl's pretty.
Yeah.
It's like there's so many pretty girls out there, but like it's about building that discipline to be able to align yourself away from all the pretty distractions, because at the end of the day, some of those girls don't know how to cook. I love eating. Some of those girls don't know how to talk, communicate.
I love talking.
I love talking. Some girls aren't really interested into things I'm interested in. So why am I going to waste my time on all these pretty women that are really just going to waste my time in the long run, when I could be focusing on my priorities, my disciplines, my actions.
Becoming a better man, and then... And
the end goal, the rest later.
Dude, and the end goal, that's just going to result in a better woman as well. Finding a better woman, attracting a better woman. So the 21 days, no women. Man, let me tell you, that sucked. I didn't like it. I found a lot of comfort in pointless conversations, getting to know people, just not being alone in my own thoughts, right? Having somebody to text, having somebody to call, whatever.
Yeah, you could see it. You could see it in the previous episode. I said that I was gonna call a
Yeah.
woman just to massage me, or I wanted to.
Yeah,
though
we're
I-
bad,
you know.
man. Yeah, we have our our habits and our vices, and women is one of them for me specifically.
Smokers, drinkers, gamblers, womenizers. That's
So,
I'm all for.
Absolutely, yeah. Don't hate me because you ain't me, huh? No, I'm just joking. But so basically, it was hard, but it basically gave me a different lens to look through life through, and it made me realize. I think the biggest thing I took from it is I want to become the prize. I've spent so much of my life chasing women, trying to either trick a girl or, you see what I'm saying, like just for the wrong reasons. And it's just like, no, I want to become the prize. I want to just become the best man I can in order to attract the best woman that is meant to be in my life. And I want to take 1 second while you're doing your thing to shout out Big Ominous and my boy Andrew Venezuela. You guys, man, my dog's right there. Doesn't look like Levi's in the chat, but of course not. I'm just joking.
W's in the chat for
Yeah.
Big Ominous.
If you guys have any questions, man, drop some questions in the comments. We're here to answer. We're here to talk. We're here to get some conversation going, get this community going.
Yeah, we're
and
really
talk
excited.
about what's coming in the future.
Yeah, we're really excited to share with you guys the end. Something we've been working on. Something actually Jake took the reins on, which I'm really proud to.
Thank you.
To take action on this because it's really awesome. It's a part of our next 120 days. So even though this is our final check-in for the first 120-day challenge, we do have another 120 days coming April 1st.
Yeah.
So this isn't our this isn't the 120 days of let's see how fun it is to try to track our goals. This is the first 120 days to the rest of our lives.
Many more to come.
As our best selves.
Absolutely, yeah. Many more to come. Let's before we get into that 100%, because there's so much to talk about with this next 120 days coming up.
Definitely.
Let's keep going on with the.
What was the next challenge
Yeah.
after the? Quickly. How did it impact you? The woman challenge.
That's what it did. Was it impacted me? It made me realize. It made me look through life through a different lens. Throughout, like going 21 days without talking to a woman. When you're talking to a woman damn near every day, it's almost like a breath of fresh air in a sense. But it made me redirect my goals in my next relationship and realize that I want to build myself up and become the best person I can be to attract the best person, instead of being a half-assed person and looking for a better mate or a better relationship, being the best version of myself and creating that, directly.
That's what's the most important too. There's the fact that you're gonna be the best version of yourself. You're gonna know what you want, what your priorities are, how your daily life looks, how it's supposed to look like to you.
Yeah.
And then you won't have any negotiables.
Yeah, and that's basically what it did. The 21 days no women, it made me realize, this is what I want in my next relationship, right? This is how I want to be loved.
Definitely.
And by doing so, I gotta love myself,
Yeah.
the absolute best, right? I gotta be my number one. I gotta be my number one, honey.
Yeah.
So, real quick, Andrew V wants to know, or Big Ominous, is there a theme to the next 120 days? We're going to get into that. That's the best question. We're going to get into that. I'm saving that question just for 1 second. We're going to get over this
back to you on
first
that one
120
for sure.
days. Andrew Venezuela wants to know, how long do you guys stay in the pool with the cold plunge? Actually, I just tracked it today for the first time. 36 seconds for me.
We didn't.
Where are you at, Mike?
We didn't track it when I went. I'm over here slipping on my tongue. Jake thinks he beat me, but here's the real thing. Here's the real truth, you guys. I'm one cold shower better than this guy right here. Check it out. I'm a cold shower ahead of him, so yeah, I'm beating him. I'm beating you.
Absolutely. Don't worry, guys. He'll tire himself out.
How does that feel?
But absolutely. So
a whole cold shower, by the way.
But okay, so
probably
take the timer out, because I just started doing that today.
Yeah.
So but roughly we were talking about that. Funny enough, Andrew, we were actually talking about that.
The second time we did it.
Just the last time actually. In the last video, I was like, how long do you think we're doing it? We must be in there at least 20 seconds. Mike's like, we're in there 7 seconds, bro. like literally, yeah. It's not super crazy long.
Like the video doesn't exaggerate like any much. Literally, that's how we go in. And that's the video.
Yeah, it's tough, bro. Like
it's cold. It's not
and if 7 seconds doesn't sound like a lot, I challenge any one of you to
No, I only say 7 seconds because I doubt I'm in there longer than the eternity that it feels like I'm in there for.
It feels so long. It feels so
intense.
long, yeah. So yeah, that's where we're at with the cold plunge. Let's touch on cold plunge real quick. I genuinely like them because they're hard and because everyone's like, why? Why are you doing that?
Yeah.
It's almost like when you're doing something that everybody knows is right, but like nobody else wants to do it. So they're like, why are you doing that? Like, just come over here and be freaking normal with that. I don't want to be. Like, quit asking me while I'm doing cold plunges, guys, because it's hard. That's why.
It sucks.
Straight up.
But literally, I take a quick deep breath in and feel that deep breath in. Internalize it mentally, and then as I touch that water, I'm just thinking about my deep breath, and then as I keep going, I'm just the breath. It really is a mental thing, like Andrew said in the chat.
It's a mental thing. So, how do you feel like it? Is it help? Like, I know you've only done it. We've only done it a few times, but
So I did some research on it because like anything, I want to make sure.
Yeah.
Know what the heck I'm doing something for, you know, and I found out that it actually has supposedly supposed to help with mental cognition and focus,
clarity, and I genuinely feel like just clear when I come out of it. You know,
I definitely feel like an adrenaline rush. It's definitely different than my everyday morning. So it definitely gets the morning started in a different way for me.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun, guys. It's fun to do things that are hard. You know, it's like
it's fun if you have the time and you can make that sort of thing happen. But it's definitely a challenge that's worth taking on for sure. It's not. You're not going to die from it. At first, I was like, "How are these people doing this without dying?" That was my original thought.
What a soft ass. No, I'm just joking.
And that's what I'm saying. This 120 days has really changed my trajectory in my life for a very positive outcome, and I'm really excited to keep going.
Absolutely.
But after that the first 21 day challenge with no women, let's go back into that.
Yeah, let's do it.
What was the next challenge?
The next challenge, I believe, I took on myself. I gave myself the next challenge, right? And that was I decided to kind of go no alcohol, and I went for a home run, guys. I was like drinking every day at the time, celebrating. Bases were loaded. I was like, but no, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna quit weed, alcohol, and nicotine. No, I don't think I did weed. I said I'm gonna quit alcohol and nicotine for 60 days, cold turkey.
Yeah.
No leading up to it, both of them down the chute, and I'm an avid consumer of everything.
Yeah.
So
womenizers, smokers, drinkers, gamblers.
So yeah, I decided to quit alcohol and nicotine for 60 days. I fell short on that goal, which actually is something we're going to implement in the next 120 days. Is we're going to implement consequences. We want a bunch of you to suggest some consequences that we can do that are embarrassing, hard, maybe painful, like whatever you guys think might be a acceptable consequence for, a couple ideas we have is like maybe standing out at the highway with a sign.
Something harmless but still funny and practical. For
in your underwear or something.
Definitely.
Something ridiculous, but something fun, something lighthearted, and something that's gonna make you not want to fail your goal, right? Like Mike has something that he's gonna speak on here pretty soon with what he's got going on.
Yeah, I don't know. Should I just bring it up now since we're on the topic?
Yeah, we're on the topic. Yeah, you might as well. Yeah.
Yeah, after Jake.
Or let me finish up. Let me finish up.
So that was the last.
That's basically what had happened. Was that was the next challenge. Was I decided to challenge myself. I was like, man, there ain't enough momentum going on in this group that we're building.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm doing 60 days, nothing. I'm quitting everything. I'm going cold turkey.
Yeah.
And I tried. I meant 25 with no alcohol, but I'm still going strong with no nicotine. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was the last episode we made. He actually talked about that in our romantic relationship. We spent a lot of time talking about the check-in that episode.
Yeah.
That we got into romantic relationships a little later into the episode, but check it out. We did. He mentioned how he fell off the bandwagon of no drinking and how he didn't really have much consequence. I thought that was weird. I thought that was like.
Yeah.
what?
Like, what are you doing this for?
What
And I'm
is a
sure
challenge?
a lot of people thought that. You know, a lot of people are like, what are you like guys doing this for? Like,
Yeah, and I'm sure, yeah, you guys want to see Jake being held accountable. And if you guys are just hearing this now, I'm sure you guys at the minimum knew that he was, not drinking alcohol for a certain period of time, 60 days. But I feel you guys are probably just hearing. I feel like
I failed.
It's not as it hasn't been brought up as much as the fact that, oh hey, I'm not drinking.
It's
for a couple
embarrassing,
weeks.
dude.
Not drinking for a couple weeks, and then all of a sudden, oh, what happened? Are you still not drinking? And then now we're just now talking about it again. So I feel like we need more consequence. It needs more shame or humility behind it.
Yeah, because that's the only way growth is gonna happen. It's so easy for me to just be like, let me hide. Let me, I failed my challenge. Let me go run off into my room and hide and not be seen. Nah,
no more
throw
content.
tomatoes at me.
Yeah,
throw tomatoes at me. I need it. I want to grow. I genuinely want to grow, and this is gonna help me grow. So if you want to help Jake, throw tomatoes at me.
Just make some consequences.
Let me hear something. Let me hear something in the chat. How bad I suck or something. No, I'm just talking.
So I did decide to take on a 45-day challenge. Be a little more realistic than Jake. I mean, he did do 25 days. I thought I'd, at least double what he
had to,
break his record. Be
this
better than this guy.
Huh?
And so I am gonna go 45 days starting the 15th. I actually started. Haven't drank since the 12th, but let's say it starts on the 15th.
There you go. That's strong.
You know what I mean?
It's an honest man right
I'm gonna go till the 30th, and if I don't, I'm gonna shave my left eyebrow.
There you go. Now that's a consequence if I ever heard one.
What do you guys do? Can I pull off the look, you guys? Tell me now, because I'm actually strongly considering my next drink.
Yeah, tell me now.
Can I pull this look off, or even just do the whole double?
Yeah, just give me 2. I want 2 drinks. Just get rid of them.
Yeah, I take both off.
Hey, let us know. Like, what do you guys think about that? Because I think that's a solid one. That's a strong one. I personally wouldn't want to walk around without an eyebrow. So that would hold me accountable. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's the whole purpose of it. Mike doesn't want to shave his left eyebrow, so it's going to force him whenever he's like, oh, I'm going to a bar tonight, or we're going to an event Saturday or a Friday, Elysian Park.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to be beer bonging because I ain't on a challenge right now.
Yeah,
I already failed my challenge. We already got that out the way.
Yeah.
Let's hear it from Mike, though. Mike's going to be sober as a gopher. Let's go.
I'm going to hold it down.
Mike.
Make sure to stand on business that evening.
Let's go.
Until April 30th. And I don't know, my goal behind it is really to just treat all of my vices, and cut things down to more of a disciplined manner. So that way I can look at alcohol and not say, I want endless cups of that, or endless,
consumptions, just
bottle or cans, and my next beer. Instead, just be like, I'm cool just having a sip, maybe a cheers with the with the table or with the group of friends that we're with. If not, I don't even need to drink, type thing.
Strong, bro. Yeah.
So I want to just be able to utilize it for what alcohol is supposed to be, rather than getting overindulging and throwing up and all this crazy shit, feeling sick, drinking till I'm sick, basically.
Absolutely. Which we've done, too many times in our life already.
Yeah, I've had enough of that. I've had enough of drinking till I'm sick. So,
but congrats on Mike's for taking on. I do want to say he took on that challenge all by himself as well. Like, and what's so interesting to me, and what I find valuable in that is, we were so close to the end of the 120-day challenge, right? Because I found myself being like in this gray area of like being so close to finishing up and then so close to starting our new one that I'm in this kind of gray area where I'm like real laxed and real lackadaisical, or real like not caring, right?
Yeah.
And but I'm realizing that, and I don't want to be like that, so I'm trying to not be like that. But I'm so impressed by you for taking on this challenge when I'm in that mode. I'm in that gray area of like, oh well, I already know. There's only 10 days, 14 days left or whatever of this challenge, and then we're getting ready to hit it hard again. I'm just going to take it chill. I'm going to take it easy, and I'm going to hit the next one hard. I'm going to get ready. I'm going to get it all out of my system.
Yeah.
I'm going to get it all out of my system.
What do they
type
say?
Of mentality.
Stay ready so you don't have to get ready?
Stay ready, man.
I'm just working at it as best as I can, so that way I can put myself in situations that are going to benefit me for the long run. I didn't actually meet my goals from that I set from December 1st.
Yeah.
That were supposed to be met here on March 28th. tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm pretty upset at that, and I'm trying to realize why I didn't meet those goals.
Well, we're gonna get into why we didn't, and the good and the bad of what happened during this 128 challenge. But let's keep going on because there was lots of things that happened, lots of goal setting, lots of challenges that happened.
This is the first alcohol challenge I've taken, and I think that's a good part of what has happened, what has helped me. Shout out to young man Hector. That dude should be in bed getting ready for school tomorrow, but he's over here watching the podcast, and I like that about that young man. So I had to give him a quick shout out. Sorry for the quick.
I ain't even mad at you. I ain't even mad at you, Hector.
But no, what the thing is, this isn't my first no alcohol challenge. The same time Jake did his 60-day alcohol challenge, I decided he challenged me to do 7 days no alcohol.
Yeah.
Not as much of an alcoholic as Jake. Yeah. So it wasn't as hard.
But to be fair, I'm an extremist. I like that stuff. If I would have been like go 60 days, you would have fell into the same mindset of like, well, I don't need to go 60 days. I don't have a problem. Why do I need to go 60 days?
And
you see what I'm saying?
And that's kind of where I was gonna go with that. This 120-day challenge has shifted my mindset to make me realize, you know what? I don't need certain things. I can go without my vices and the things that have control over me. Because if I admit it or not, drinking alcohol had control over me, and I wanted to drink more than I wanted to get home safely, more than I wanted to save money, than I wanted to.
That's a good example.
You know what I mean? And not like literally, like, hey, I'm going to drink this beer because I don't want to get home safely. I'm like choosing to drink the beer knowing that I have to get home safely, which in turn is the same exact thing. Or choosing to drink beer when I know I want to be saving money for my financial goals that I've set out for myself. Yeah. That's why this 120 days, the 7 days that Jake challenged me to, has given me the ability to realize and understand and conceptualize these things. And
just baby steps too, and doing it. 7 days, it doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're drinking every day and you have a flawed reward system, so it's like it's the weekend, I feel like I want to drink. You see what I'm saying? It is. It's a big step in the right direction. And exactly like you said, it translated, your 7 days translated to you're already on day 14 or 15 or whatever.
Yeah.
You see, like it's nothing too, and you're not even complaining, you're not bitching and moaning, you're not because I was like, man, a drink would sound remember, I was like, what around?
Yeah.
Bitching and moaning, but that's what I do best.
I think we all have a little bit of complainer in us.
But
But what was the next challenge after that? I think we started to actually record the cold plunges. I think we did a cold plunge. We did that first one ever, and we kind of made
we made a
funny, fast-paced YouTube or TikTok short out of it or whatever.
Yeah. That was the first cold plunge we did together. And we actually were just leaving the gym one morning, and shout out to Joseph. He actually put the idea in my head, and what's so funny is he put the idea in my head.
Quickly. Shout out my Theo Alfred. He's 28 years sober.
Let's go.
That's what I'm talking about. Who even knows where my next 30 days is gonna go?
Absolutely. I hope to get to 28 years.
30 days sober, made sure to 30 years sober. Who knows? I might beat you, Theo Alfred.
Let's give him a hand real quick.
You haven't gotten to 30 years yet. Just kidding.
No, but that's strong. That's tough, and it's impressive, man, to say the least.
Good job.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, we were talking about the cold plunge for a quick second, and basically, shout out to Joseph. He put it in my head. He was like, you know what? I want to start waking up at 5 in the morning and going on runs and going on cold plunges and then hitting the gym and then going to work and then. And I was like, dude, that sounds fire. That actually sounds like super hard. That doesn't sound fun at all. And that's where I should be at. That's what I should be doing. Because it sounds so hard and because it's going to make me tired throughout the rest of the day and because it's going to suck to do that and cold and miserable, I should be doing that. That's how my mind works. I'm a sick, twisted individual.
Your original goals that you want to start doing things that suck, or what did you say?
Oh, absolutely. Thank you for pointing that out. Literally, learn to love doing things that are not fun. And then, take pride in doing things that suck. Simple as that, And that's on the old handy-dandy green notepad that's been around since the start of this challenge.
Yeah.
So, shout out to Joseph for that. But he failed to accompany me on any one of these cold plunges thus far. So
it's not that hard, Joe. We challenge you for a cold plunge. It's really it's easier than the sauna.
It's easier than the sauna for sure. And I may sound like a bit of a douchebag or an a-hole when I'm coming off to my friends, especially to my friends and my close ones, the people that I hold close to me, right? I may sound like a little harsh when I talk to them about these challenges or whatever, but it's coming out of a place of love. It's coming out of a place of tough love where we need to all create a team of warriors, man. We all need to be the best physical shape, mentally. We need to be the best we can be, the best versions of ourselves we can be.
Yeah.
And I know that. I know in everyone's hearts they know that, and that's all that's coming out of this is just trying to bring everybody up with But at the end of the day, I do realize it's better to lead by example and just do it. Just make it happen, and then
lead by example, and just everybody's on a different journey too. So just. You can only lead by example and hope to get the
absolutely
the inquiries about how'd you get so
big?
How'd you get
so big, Jay? How'd you get so handsome? Absolutely,
definitely.
Let's go.
So now that we kind of talked about, we touched on all the goals. I mean, all the challenges that we've had.
Yes.
Ever since that last cold plunge we've done.
Mm-hmm.
I think 2 or 3 more. I think you've done a total of 4 for 2024.
I'm on
5?
I'm on today I did my 5th one.
Nice.
Today was my 5th one of the year.
Perfect. So I mean, there's so many challenges throughout this 120-day challenge. We've been working and checking in every week. Sorry we haven't gotten back to you guys in the last couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
We have been kind of reassessing. There's been a lot of, as you guys can tell, production. That's going into this thing. I'm sure if you guys look back at our first episode on the channel, you would notice a huge difference in the quality and the logo. We just got this new logo set up for us too. So we're really excited. So many things that we didn't know about 120 days ago, and all of these challenges have contributed to that. Just feels really good to even talk about it, to show these things off, to show this logo off, and be able to share insight and have a place and a platform to share growth and share positivity, share self-improvement, personal and professional. We have
and as well, it's like a journal. We're documenting every week, every step of the way. We're talking about the previous week, what we've done, the challenges we're facing, the goals we're setting.
That's what I was telling you.
It's so beautiful, man.
That's kind of one of the things too. We're going back and forth about, really kind of reassessing all this stuff is getting ourselves aligned with the fact that we have a 120-day challenge regardless of the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
We made the podcast so we can journal for ourselves.
That was
along our audience and anybody that wants to join in and throw in any challenges along the way. Grow with us. So we've realized that it has come to a point where we're putting on enough production value to where we can work on our tone, our the structure of our episodes, the structure of our coming episodes, and the way our
the blueprints behind
content's going to be coming at you guys, and how we can kind of come at you guys with more structured, more quality stuff. So we hope you guys look out for that and encourage us a little more with your likes, your subscribes, your shares, follows. We appreciate all of it so much.
If you haven't already, go and like and subscribe and comment on the video now if you can. Can you do that on a live video? You can, huh?
All you do, so in the chat we do have the link. You can always tap in there, and then in the description below I have the link to all of our channels. If you're not already following, Instagram, YouTube.
But don't click off this video to subscribe just yet. But like the video at least. It goes a long way for us, and it helps the algorithm of things, and it just really helps us keep going. Mr. Alfred Miramontes said, yes, doing hard things. That's literally, he's been sober as long as we've been alive. He's got some type of knowledge to give to us. I'm gonna treat it like a sponge. I'm gonna absorb it all. The man himself saying it. Let's do hard things, man. Let's make it happen.
W. Theo Alfred.
And Mr. Andrew Vanezuela says, what's the main challenge you guys dread the most for the next 120 days? I'm gonna add that to Ryan Big Ominous's chat. We're gonna let's answer those two chats when we get into our next 120 days. We're still recapping on.
So what I really wanted to ask, now that we've gotten past what the challenges have been for from the last 120 days,
Yeah.
our goals were to reach certain specific numbers for ourselves and
Yeah.
certain specific metrics. How have you got? I mean, we've had a lot of time too to work at those goals.
Yeah.
How's your goals been in the last
Yeah.
the last couple of weeks? How have you been done? How have you been doing? How
Yeah,
have you
so
done?
in the last few weeks, I'm not gonna lie, I've been a little stagnant.
And not only that, quickly, can I add?
Yeah.
You know, tomorrow's the last day, so
Yeah.
have you met your goals? Have you met?
Yeah.
Which goals have you met?
So that's what I was gonna get into is I did meet a handful of my goals, and it to write something out and see it through, man. If no one's experienced that feeling yet of writing something down and working towards it every day and then seeing it through to the end, it's like a weight is lifted off your shoulder. You're like, oh my gosh, but it's so exciting, and you're ready to move on to the next and apply that same work ethic to the next bigger task to take on in your life. I highly suggest you guys taking that on, that little bit of a challenge. Write something down. If it's as simple as, I'm going to brush my teeth every single day do it. It feels so good to just move on to the next one. Checked it off the list.
Yeah.
Bam. So, but to get back into it, the last few weeks have been a little stagnant for me. I'm not going to lie. Like, kind of like what I was saying, I'm in this gray area of like, I'm so close to being done, and I've accomplished a good amount of my goals. But I'm also ready. I'm also trying to enjoy the little bit of, not laziness, but enjoy the little bit of like, because once April 1st comes, guys, I'm going so hard, and I'm mentally preparing myself to go to war. Basically, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So I'm enjoying all right, I'm not like super like on edge right now, but like once April 1st comes, literally 12 a.m. midnight, April 1st, I'm going to become like a soldier of war. You know what I'm saying? No.
He's gonna be yeah.
Yeah. But I'm back, the Terminator. No. So
full-fledged.
yeah, a couple goals that I can touch on that I have hit is I've bulked up. I'm a solid 12 pounds heavier. I wanted to bulk up 12 to 15 pounds. I reached actually over 15 pounds, but it's that when you're putting on weight and it's not solidified. So I've solidified a solid 12 pounds.
Yeah.
Solid 12 pounds, and it's not fat by any means. It's all going to the right places. I was actually able to rebuild my emergency fund of $1,000. I was actually able to establish, because I had that in my goals to give myself a challenge to not drink. So I completed the goal of starting the challenge, but I didn't see it through. So that's
powerful.
something.
I mean, who does that?
Exactly.
Who
Yeah.
does that?
Exactly. Yeah. So that's something I fell short on. And then a couple other things that I haven't 100% reached yet, but like just certain metrics is being able to bench press 185 pounds, 175 pounds, right around that area is something I want to get to. I'm right around 150, 165 for reps. I want to be working at, a little bit heavier weight. And then also I want to be able to hit like 15 to 20 pull-ups in one setting. And those are my metrics for the gym, things of that nature.
That's strong.
Yeah.
They're strong. Are those all of them?
Yeah, those are the goals.
You honestly did better than me. I'm not gonna lie. As far as capturing and retaining your goals, I actually only did one deal out of the 3 that I wanted to do. Mm-hmm. And I was actually shooting for goals that I'd be really, really proud of myself.
Right.
Attainable, but really, really, proud of myself. Mm-hmm. So one isn't terrible, but I mean, I need to make it happen. I that's not gonna be enough. Mm-hmm. So in my next challenge, I do plan to do one a month for the 4 months that the challenge will be, but I'll get a little more into that in a minute. But I was able to upload at least 3 live streams of my DJ sets onto the internet. They're all on my YouTube channel. Go ahead and check them out if you guys want. They're going to be in my Zerup Michaels in the chat. You'll see it there. And then also I wasn't able to upload or make a song like how I originally intended to. I originally wanted to make a full mastered and mixed song that I can actually play within my sets rather than just DJ mixing songs.
Something of your own.
Right.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I wasn't able to do that, but I am fully focused in that, and I realized where I fell short.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to, and I also didn't. Not yet, but it's actually more in the works than the other 2 that I fell short on. Mm-hmm. To pay off my consumer debt. Nice. So I'm actually getting really close to that. A couple of things in line to get that paid off and taken care of. So that's not completed, but it'll be completed hopefully in the next week or so. Nice. But I didn't meet the deadline of 120 days on that. but I know what I need to do. Being that I didn't reach those numbers and meet the goals that I wrote down,
Yeah.
now I can write down how I can meet those numbers and how I can get to those goals, what I wasn't doing and how I can do more of those things to reach the goals that I want to reach. Being making a song, closing 4 deals for this next 120 days.
Mm-hmm.
What I have been doing is making more phone calls, doing more outreach, making more not making more marketing pieces, but just spending more time on income producing activities as far as real estate goes.
Nice.
And I'm gonna be researching what I said in the last episode, researching a YouTube video that I can basically mimic or mock of a song. That way I'm professional at making my own song.
Mm-hmm.
You know, type
That's
thing.
savage, bro. That's savage.
Just get professional at making a song.
Absolutely. I think that's going to be very powerful for you too. Like once you find that your stride in doing that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that's what
It's
like
become second nature.
and I think setting those goals high, like shooting for the moon and falling within the stars, you now know what you need to do in order. You know what it's going to take.
Yeah,
basically,
I
is what
got
I'm trying to
into
say.
my system, my software to make a song a
Yeah.
few times. I started to put something together.
Yeah, yeah. You know what it's
I
going
have
to take.
a really good idea, and I
Mhm.
didn't have that 120 days ago.
That's powerful. That's
I
strong.
did not have that 120 days ago.
That's awesome, brother.
So
So let's answer a couple questions really quick. We got Miss Yvonne. She wants to know, throughout your challenge, do you feel that there needs to be a balance of tranquility with all your challenges? Like, what is something that you guys feel would be your new reward system?
So that's actually a good point about the question about tranquility. That gave me a thought.
Mm-hmm.
One of my goals was to be, and it's not a quantifiable number goal, a goal that I have a number on, but
Which
it's to
not
be-
everyone has to be, you know?
Yeah. I had a goal of being more mindful.
Yeah.
Being able to have at least a day out of the week to be to speak
Grateful.
gratitude, to go out for a hike and
Mm-hmm.
and see, get some vitamin D from the sun.
Maybe do some fasting, be selfless, huh? Like
Yeah,
just-
and
I
just-
like that a lot.
That was one of my goals that I didn't actually just touch on right now, but I spent a little bit of time on that. But I feel like I've done a lot of that throughout my life, so like it's like the
Right,
last
yeah.
thing that I feel like I need help or work on.
I feel like I need a little bit more help. I don't even know how to meditate, for instance, or how to really shut my brain off.
Mm-hmm. With time, it gets neglected. You want to be more. You want to meditate more. But what was the question? I'm trying to throw out your challenge. Do you feel that there needs to be a balance of tranquility with all of your challenges? Like, what is this something you guys feel would be more?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think maybe the fact that I work day in and day out here in my office at home,
Mm-hmm.
being able to step out and go for a hike and feel vitamin D and maybe even try like a nice fruit drink or a fruit cocktail.
Right.
Like the fact that I've removed so many vices from my daily habits, those things are rewarding.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
It tastes so good when I have like a what's called Bionicle, and I just had one on last Sunday. It's a fruit cocktail with the crema and the nuts.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah. Yeah, you were looking forward to that
Dude,
the whole day.
it was because I was able to, because I don't enjoy it all the time, like how I would normally be when I'm being gluttonous, eating and drinking all the time.
That's true, yeah.
And when I'm after a long hike, after being grateful for the lungs in my air and the air in my lungs and stuff like that, it really just the fact that I can be so disciplined, every little dopamine increasing activity is well worth the wait, well worth the, when you start to give up these little vices every day, just a little ice cream makes you happy.
It's true, man.
The little water that the little things make you happy. Imagine being starved on an island or a deserted island with no water. When you finally get that next drink of water, it's God's, blood, it's
semen all over me. No, I'm just joking.
It's like the
coming. No, I'm just joking. But yeah, so but yeah, I don't know where you're going with that. Sorry.
But it's just the fact that you take away certain vices and you're able to enjoy more of life, and that's kind of that's my point in wanting to be so disciplined in a lot of these things. Taking away alcohol, taking away, womanizing and doing all these bad, negative habits, because I want to be able to enjoy more of the little things in life. I wasn't enjoying anything. I was like, fuck it. I had alcohol all day long. I smoke weed all day long. I'm if not doing something bad with a girl, I'm doing something bad that's just, everything is an increase of dopamine. That's a fast rush all the time. So those simple things in life aren't fun anymore.
That's what I want to get back to. I'm hoping to force so much suck into my life, like so many things that just suck, that like when I do get a chance to break away from it and just go for a walk, I'm like, oh, this doesn't suck. Like, this is actually pretty nice. Like, I enjoy this little walk, like the skates we've been going on lately. And, like, I used to take things like that for granted, Like, I don't feel like going for a skate. Now I'm like, no, any chance I get, I'm like, something nice to, like, just go and, like, not think or not work or not, like, not to just constantly be using my brain.
Yeah, Lupe Miramontes, shout out mom.
Let's go.
She says it tastes better when you don't have it all the time.
Straight up.
This is as simple as I could put it.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
It's
W Lupe.
It really is. It really does. It's, when you're trapped in your own home office all the time, could you imagine how good it feels to get out and
absolutely
just go to Stater Brothers?
And I think being mindful about those things and implementing things like a midday recharge like we have, and like, for instance, I wanted to take a nap earlier today, and then we went for a Hot Works
midday recharge.
Just absolutely.
If you guys want to know more about systems and routines and getting your midday recharge, watch our episode on systems and routines.
Yeah, and adopted this Year of the Dragon blueprint, because it's dialed in. It's dialed in on systems and routines and setting goals for yourself, and just how to, like, the definitions of what all this stuff means. Like, it's dialed in, bro. We're getting this stuff really, really, really put together.
That's we do want to introduce. We want to go ahead and just go right into it.
Do it.
Are having our next 120-day challenge is going to be titled the 120-day Year of the Dragon Challenge.
Let's go.
Year of the Dragon from the Chinese calendar just started February 14th or February 2nd, somewhere in around there.
Yeah.
And
I don't know too much about it.
I don't know too much about it either.
It sounds cool, and
it's kind of lining up with the timing, and we felt like it was perfect to name our hard challenge here. That's going to be tough. The Year of the Dragon Challenge.
Year of the Dragon Challenge.
Where Jake has a full blueprint of what his primary goals are looking like, what his secondary goals are looking like.
Right.
How much of, education he's willing to put into this, how much he's willing to invest as far as what he has going on. It's a whole blueprint, what his consequences may be, and what falling short look like, and then systems and routines to build off of to make these goals a reality. Right. And the numbers behind these goals to attain these goals and capture these goals, and the numbers and the data behind it. Yeah. It's a strong blueprint, a strong system. I'm very excited to implement it.
Absolutely. And this is only our second 120-day challenge. We didn't have this the first go around. So that's what we were able to take from the first 120-day challenge. I was able to see where I fell short. I was able to identify the fact that I'm setting goals for myself, and I don't even remember the goals that I set. I'm not documenting these things properly. I don't have a good quest log. Let me just refer to it as that, because I played a lot of video games growing up. If you guys ever are familiar with video games or ever played like a Skyrim type of video game, right, where you're doing quests, you're grinding, you're playing 6, 7, 8 hours a day, building this character, doing quest after quest after quest, like, that's what my real life is going to become. I'm creating a quest log to just knock out these quests. And they're so detailed. They're so, like, exactly what I need to be doing. So if I ever lose track or lose sight, or am feeling like I need something to refer back to, that's what this is for. It's the Year of the Dragon blueprints, and
accountability.
If it sounds interesting at all, and you guys would like to just, for one, either take a look at it, or for two, adopt the blueprint, and basically you can just fill in your own goals where the goals are. You just fill in your own goals, and then it's basically a plug and play. But if you guys would like to check that out,
join in with us. This 120 days is definitely going to be something we'd love to share with everybody, our whole community, anybody who's watching, anybody who is viewing our shorts, our Instagram, or any of our social media content, we definitely want to be able to talk about our goals and talk about our progress in our goals and share it with everybody. And maybe some of our goals line up with some of our viewers' goals, some of your guys' goals, and how we can team up on, and come up with strategies together, because that's really what we're after here too, is building this network, this community of self-improvement, of individuals that just want to be better.
Yeah.
And if you guys are willing to join in with us, we're more than welcome. We're more than happy to have you guys, and you guys are more than welcome to join in.
Yeah. We want to see everybody be better, man.
If you guys want to hear more about and see this blueprint, comment below the dragon emoji in the chat, not in the chat, in the comments, and we'll send it directly to you guys.
In the comments, that'll be after this video is done going live. It'll be uploaded to YouTube automatically. So in those comments, you'll have to go back to the video and drop the
dragon emoji.
Drop the dragon emoji, or just, if you know us, hit us up in direct message. Be like, yo, let me get those blueprints.
Yeah.
You got any more of them plans, bro? You got any more of that boost? No.
We're super excited. If we weren't able to clear up what our 120-day challenge has been about, please let us know in the comments. Let us know what you guys think. Let us know if you guys are behind us on this, if you guys believe in us. Like I said, I didn't complete my goals, but I know where I fell short, and I know where I can improve to reach my goals.
Absolutely.
In this next 120-day challenge, the Year of the Dragon challenge.
Yeah.
And I'm really planning to double down and meet these goals and make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
Where I fell short before is I didn't have any of the tools or resources that I have now.
Yeah.
Now that I have the tools and resources and the energy and the information and the goal, the vision for the goals, I know what I need to do. I really hope to come back 120 days from now to tell you guys that I met all my goals. But I haven't even written them out for you guys. They're all going to be written out come April 1st. We're going to do another show. That's going to be Monday, so we'll be doing April 1st will be Monday, so we'll go ahead and do one, let's say April 3rd, or we're going to start doing
we'll structure it out.
We've been structuring a whole new plan for you guys, whole new schedule.
Yeah, we want to make it as professional as we want it to flow as perfect as possible. We want to have it scheduled out 6, 7, 8 episodes in advance, having guests coming on, providing as much information, if not more value than you guys can even expect.
Yeah.
And we want to be punching value down your guys' throats, literally. Yeah. So with the quality, the sound, the guests, the information, everything is going to be top tier. And with that, I mean, yeah.
No, just to add on to that, I definitely feel like we're gonna be like I was saying, we're gonna be doing guests, we're going to be doing our check-ins, but now the check-ins are going to actually be every other week instead of every week,
right,
where we talk about our goals and our in our systems,
right,
and how we've been doing on our goals. And we will be doing every other week with a business professional, a young entrepreneur, someone in the business, interviews. So if you yourself are working on your own side business outside of what you normally do on a day-to-day basis, we all have jobs, we all work hard, but what is it that you are doing that's setting your entrepreneurship aside from everybody else?
Right. You don't have to be monumentally successful. We want to talk to people who are on the grind, who are on the come up, who are, hungry, like us. Like, you guys can see we're consistent,
We want you to come grow with us, and we want to grow with you, and we want to share your story, and we want others to benefit from maybe the errors and learn from those mistakes and learn things from your experience, and hopefully we can share that value for anybody that might be watching that is just wondering what's next for them, or looking for that next path, or even can relate to your story. So, with that, really appreciate you guys for checking in on us.
Absolutely.
We'll definitely be checking in with you guys. Like I said, comment below after this video the dragon emoji to see the Year of the Dragon blueprint.
Yeah, it's gonna help, man. It's gonna help. Like I said, plug it in your own goals and just follow it. It's gonna make you a better person. It's gonna make me a better person at the end of the day. So
for now, look out for us April 5th. That's gonna be our next live stream episode. It's gonna be more than likely another check-in until we find our blueprint, and it'll all be written out on YouTube and all of our pages come April 1st.
Absolutely.
I know a lot of dates are being thrown at you guys, but
Stick with us.
stick with us,
man.
and let's grow together. We'll see you guys soon, all right?
Absolutely. And that's